Hey there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Draw With Me Deesee. And we're gonna be doing the final line work for this illustration. So finally, right? Yeah, no. Thank you so much for joining me for this series. Like I said, this in the previous ones, I know I'm being a little repetitive, but this is an experimental series, and if you guys kind of like it, then I will do more. If you guys don't like it, then I probably won't do as much. So I'm gonna go into the line work a little bit now, and the thing about line work is kind of long strokes are typically a little bit better. So just doing this is not going to produce the best lines. So kind of nice strokes of the wrist. And the thing about digital art that's pretty awesome is the Control Z button. As you can see, I need it. Alrighty, getting the jawline. There you go. Connects really nicely. There's something therapeutic about like having the lines just match up nicely like that. And I don't know, there's something that I really like about line work that, you know, it's sometimes it can be a little frustrating, especially if you're on a deadline or something like that. But I don't know, like I said, it's almost therapeutic for me. It's like coloring for some people. For some reason, coloring for me is a lot more stressful than line work is. I think it's because I like sketching, and I like I've always, like, as a kid, I've always liked kind of just drawing with my pencils, and I was never the biggest fan of coloring when I was a kid. I did like I would like drawing the sketches. I would not like coloring any of my artwork. So I think because of that, my understanding of color is actually not the best. So I blame my child self. So yeah. So the thing about these videos, or what I've kind of noticed from recording a couple of these videos now, is that my energy is a little different. And that's kind of to be expected with the speed paintings. I think it's one because there's somewhat of a subconscious level, because it's called speed painting. I want to do it in a way that has a lot of energy, like speed painting, fast, Sonic. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Deesee Draws Speed Painting. You know, but with this, it's more like we're chilling. You know, we're chilling. It's more like we're at my house, just chilling, watching Netflix. Not Netflix and chill, but, you know, just relaxing. Whereas the speed paintings are more like I'm going out with you for your 21st birthday, and we're gonna get turned up. So that's the kind of different feelings that I have with these two video series, and it's kind of nice having a little variance in the videos. That way you can kind of choose which ones you want to listen to for that day. If you're feeling a little bit more relaxed and mellowed out, you can maybe listen to this series. Whereas if you want something that's maybe a little bit higher energy, you can go to the speed paintings and get something that's a little bit more uppity buppity boo. Man, I'm just making shit up at this point, like making words up. But yeah, so hopefully my lines aren't too bad for you guys, because I'm a little self-conscious about my line work sometimes, because something that I have somewhat of a problem with sometimes is line weight. I think it's because I see a lot of great artists on Instagram or just in general, and something that I really notice is their ability to control the line weight very well, and it just looks so aesthetically pleasing, and they know how to do it in a way that works for the piece. And I don't know, it's just something that I would like to emulate in my illustrations, or something that I'd like to learn. So I wish I could meet some of these artists. But I'm pretty sure they're all very busy. such is the life of any sort of artist. You're always busy trying your best to make a living. But luckily for me, this isn't my day job. This is what I like to do for fun. Thank God. So if you are being a bad boy or bad girl and skipping around, in the previous video I was talking about how I don't like to draw for other people. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing if you do, but it's just a personal thing that I don't know. I have this weird, like this. I think it started as from when I was a kid when I went to art school, and I just did not like it. I did not like drawing what they wanted me to draw. They wanted me to paint, and I just hated painting because I didn't understand it. And I think kind of the reason why I don't like drawing on other people's time is because some part of me is like, I don't want to let them down by one taking too long, and I don't like that pressure of at least for art. Like for other aspects, for business, or maybe like, you know, that's something that I feel like comes with the territory. But with art, it's something that I love. Like I really love to do, and I don't want to lose that love by getting by making this my day job necessarily. Because when I think about it, it's like, because there's a lot of artists that I heard this story from Saiyan, who is a YouTuber who has his own channel. Very, very, very good artist. And he was telling me this story, or he was telling in his video a story of one of the instructors at his school, at the art school that he went to, talking about how she hated drawing when she how she wouldn't draw something unless she was getting paid for it. And I'm like, wow, really? It's like, yeah, apparently she would never, unless she's getting paid, she would never draw. She would never even pick up a pencil. And that's like the exact opposite of what I want happening to me. I want this to be something that I love to do for as long as I possibly can, for my entire life. I'm gonna say that right now. I want this to be something that I do for my entire life. Like I see people like my mom. She's actually she was a really good artist, but she never really like took it further, because, you know, she was born in a different time where, you know, art isn't seen as like a possible career path. Like there's no money in art. And, you know, a lot of parents, especially Asian parents, kind of have that kind of stigma with them. They carry that. And unfortunately, they pass it on to their kids sometimes, and they crush their kid's dream. But they're really just looking out for the kid, making sure that they have a future. Luckily, this day and age, being an artist is not... you can make a living off of it. People do it like all the time. You just gotta really hone your craft. I'm not saying that just because you try hard you're gonna make it. That's not the case. I could probably be doing YouTube or doing this for years and still not actually make a good living off of it. But I'm just saying it's possible. It's a lot more possible than it was back in the day. But the one big problem with art is that there's a lot of artists, especially with the internet. There's a lot of artists out there, a lot of people that are essentially your competition, which I don't like. I'd rather have a community of artists where, you know, we're not competing for clients, more as we're trying to collaborate and make each other better. And if our artwork suits a client's needs better, then that person should get the client. I know it might sound better in theory, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that would prevent that kind of system from happening. But, you know, it's just some of my inner thoughts. In a utopian society where everything just happens to work out perfectly, but that's not reality, unfortunately. Okay, so line work's not too bad. I like to zoom out every once in a while to make sure the line thicknesses aren't getting too crazy in some points. And okay, and make sure that everything is as it's supposed to be. Okay. Now a little trick with the hair to make it kind of work correctly. It should kind of start from here and then pull back in some sort of way, like this. And like a problem I had with the hair was so here's Vegeta's hair, right? I would kind of do this, but there would be like no anchor points of where the hair kind of came from. It'd be like all over the place like that. So it didn't really make sense because your hair starts from your scalp. So it has to have like a starting point. So try your best to make sure you know where like the hair kind of starts. Like a lot of these lines, I cut them off early, but there is like a starting point for where they go. Okay, like that. Like that. There you go. Like that. And this one goes to the nape or his neck. Alrighty. I'm hoping to finish the line work by the time that it's the end of this video. I'm trying to aim for these videos to be around 15, maybe 20 minutes at most. But you know, I don't want to leave you guys hanging off a part of the line work. So I gotta make sure that this is still going fairly smoothly. Like that. There you go. There you go. Well, it looks like it's turning out all right so far. This looks a little thick. Oops. Now the thing about recording and doing this artwork, because the recorder program is a little heavy, and I guess my computer isn't good enough, though I built it like a monster. I thought it was good enough. Sometimes like the tools is a little bit of lag, so if you see me do one of these where I'm trying to erase but I'm like and I'm not actually erasing, that's because the tool or the hotkeys not responding correctly. So I'm not just an idiot just sitting there just doing random shit. Okay, so this is not too bad. I actually really like this illustration. I've said this in other videos. You know, like some of the things you make, like it for the moment, at least, because yeah, like you're always going to be progressing, or you should be, at least for the most part, and something that you made today may not look as good to you tomorrow, but it doesn't mean you should bash on yourself for creating it. Like what I'm saying is, I can't remember if I mentioned this in a previous video or if this was during one of my test runs, but I saw in one of Giovanna Antoinette Kwan's video where she was opening up her direct messages on Instagram, and there was a lot of artists that sent her like portraits of her. But the message that they would put in there is something on the lines of, hey, I wish I could have done this better, or hey, I'm not the best artist, but I drew you, or something like that. They basically put themselves down first, and you got to be careful with that kind of thought, because it can really start getting to your psyche or your subconscious. You're gonna keep thinking that, hey, I'm not a good artist, and you're gonna make it true, to at least to some extent. So you got to be very careful in the way you think about yourself, because for the most part, that's self-confidence right there. You gotta have confidence in yourself. I'm not saying be cocky, be like, hey, I'm the best artist in the world. No. It's understand what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, where you can improve, and don't put yourself down. That's what I'm talking about. So if you make some good artwork, acknowledge it, embrace it. Like, hey, this is probably one of the best things I have done personally. That's not cocky. That's you making an actual statement about that artwork. So, hey, this is one of my best ones that I have done. I am proud of it. And, here it is. There's no need to put yourself down. You might think that you're being modest, but you're not. Modesty is a little different in like its tone, and I feel like modesty is more like you're not bragging about something, but with being proud of your work, it's like, hey, this was one of my favorite pieces that I have done personally. This is one of my personal favorites. Or saying that is not being cocky. If I were like, this is the best piece, like, out of all the art pieces in New York, that is cocky. So don't say anything like that, because it's completely subjective. How can you know that you're the best? You don't. So there you go. And there you go. It's not turning out too bad. I have this problem, like when I don't want to do a part, I'll like move over and start doing something else. I guess it's a little bit of ADD, OCD, whatever you want to call it, something DDC, ASPCA. Okay, make sure I follow the red line, because those are the corrections that I made. Okay, now his armor has basically the bottom portion kind of peeking out in a sense. So what's nice about this, I can rotate the canvas so that the reason for rotating the canvas, it goes more with the line of I guess the line of action for my wrist. So like the natural motion of my wrist, instead of having to go against it. So making a line like this is a lot easier than making a line like this. Just because your wrist naturally kind of flicks this way. So that's why rotating the canvas is very good. You know, it's like when you draw in paper. A lot of the times you rotate the paper. Same deal. So make sure to utilize that tool. And if any of you guys are using Manga Studio, if you want to do that quickly, you just click R and then you can rotate it. Dubstep. Oh man, we're reaching 20 minutes on this video. I might have to make this in 2 parts, or should I just fuck it and go for the full line work? Huh? What do you guys want? You guys want the whole thing? You guys want it in pieces? Nah, I'm pretty sure no one wants it in pieces. So you know what? I'm gonna go until I finish. All right. Sound good? I got about, halfway. This is gonna be like a 40-minute episode. I don't know if I really want to make it that long. How about this? I'll at least finish the upper body, and then in the next one, we will finish off the legs. And in the next one, maybe I'll have the legs already finished. Something like that. Yeah, there you go. Making the lines like this. Oh yeah, making them biceps, getting the curls for the girls. There's that thing lagging again. Oh, see, there it is. There's the tool lagging again. That's why I'm erasing things when I'm not supposed to. Okay. And I really love Manga Studio just because look at these lines. Like they get from skinny to fat to skinny, like so well. And Photoshop, I don't know if it's because of my tablet, because I have like this Chinese off brand of drawing tablet. I don't know if it's because it's the brand, but it does not work well with the pressure sensitivity of Photoshop. That's why I really like using Manga Studio, because the lines it creates are very crisp, very clean. And they make my art look cleaner and better than it actually might be. And that's not me putting myself down, and that's actually probably true. But in my opinion, the work I've been doing recently has been some of the best pieces, or the best work I've done in my entire life. So, you know, this channel has really helped me grow as an artist, and I'm really kind of thankful for it, because for a while I was almost losing myself or losing my art because I wasn't doing it as often. You know, if you don't do something for long enough, you're gonna lose it and lose the ability to do it. Like if you're Chinese and you don't speak Chinese, like say you're Chinese American and you don't speak Chinese for like years, it's not gonna be as good. That's for sure. You're not gonna necessarily forget everything, but it's definitely not gonna be as good. That's kind of what happened with me and my ability to speak Korean as well. Okay, nope, I'm gonna finish off the hand. Can't forget that. Oop, too thick. So I hope you guys are liking these videos, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to think about how often I should be posting these, because I have to think about, okay, how often can I make these, how often can I post them, and you know, what's the longevity of that, how long can I do this for, you know, because you know, all these take time and they take a lot of energy. So yeah, so here it is. The line work for the top part, not too bad. Looking okay. But I do kind of want to fix this. Want to fix this shoulder a little bit. I feel like it's riding a little low. There we go. Actually, what am I doing? Sorry if that made you guys a little dizzy. Okay, there you go. Looks a little better. Fix that one. Alright, Mr. Vegeta, you're kind of coming together. Yeah? Let's look at that. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm kind of liking it. I'm gonna add a couple more little accent lines to his hair. Little quick strokes so they thin out nicely. Like that. Yeah. Alright. And he's starting to look like actual Vegeta. There you go. There you go. Alright. I'm liking this. But I don't know if you guys can tell. This looks funky. So I might go ahead and try to fix this a little bit more off camera, and then we'll start it back up in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to leave a comment down below on who you want me to draw next in the next episode of Draw With Me DC, and remember to leave a like if you like the video. Remember to comment, subscribe so you can see these videos as they come out, and also don't forget that you guys are some sexy ass bitches and that I love you. Bye. Mwah.
Hey there everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to leave a comment down below on who or what you want me to draw next, as I'm always taking suggestions. Also, if you liked the video, don't forget to leave me a big old thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, because I do post videos every week on Sunday. Now, if you want to see last week's video, luckily for you, it's right next to me
on this channel. Okay? So yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. I feel like I should take this one to formula too. Like this. His legs like kind of out. Actually, his leg out. Wait, I'm trying to think of this.